Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to BioShock Infinite. So it's a new day for me. We're going towards the warden's office. So perhaps I can be a little bit less critical of the game. Perhaps. Not really. Like, I always... Ooh, that's interesting. It looks like... Look at that. The bars just pop in and pop out as you walk closer. Right there in the middle of where everybody can see it. I really do have problems with this story in this game, and this is kind of the worst of the worst examples of it. We're trying to go through the warden's office. We're seeing these tears that has time going in weird ways. There's an interesting device which looks unique. We're getting interesting noise too. You have a projection screen. If I see one of those characters that have been without the faces and eyes and stuff,
as the days pass,
I'm gonna try to
I
sneak
believe
around
less
it.
in God and more in Lutece. My powers shrivel as my regrets blossom. All of this because my father failed me. By the time I realized how far I'd gone, it was too late to stop it. But there is still one last chance at redemption for both of us.
So it's almost as if they're trying to tell a story that I had one last chance at my life and nothing I could do other than saving her was the right action. I guess I'll switch to this gun. That was a really fast reload on that hand cannon, by the way. I'm really enjoying that. So this is where we were looking through here, and this was the part that was glitching in and out, and we've gone full circle now. Just make sure that there's nothing behind here. Now, I don't think there really would be. We've kind of seen... Let's see, what's this? After each successful kill, up to 5 the weapon damage increased. Reset 10 seconds after last kill. Compared to decrease the weapon reload time by 30%. You know, I'm going to equip this one. Finally found something that I like better. The idea of... If we were certain we were going to get attacked by more larger groups of enemies, that would be cool, and we would know what we're doing. But it wants me to go up this direction, which tells me I should look over here first. This is the warden, which seems to be mostly taking pictures of a bunch of mail. We have some more Chinese mail. That would be interesting to see if, like, the mail system of Colombia either has some agreements with other countries to deliver mail, or you only can have mail internally. Let's see, you can pick up a pistol. I can't even see what a pistol is. There it is, it's way over here. Evidence. And this way to the one's office. It seems almost like these doors should open up with enemies, but we haven't noticed that either. That certainly could have been happening throughout this whole time. Was there always a door right here? Wow. And now we're seeing a computer which is beyond the technology of film projectors. So up to this point, remember, we've seen film projectors, and now we're seeing what looks like a complete computer screen and television, and that's weird.
There's the switch.
So I don't even remember what the switch is supposed to do. Like, here's a record player, here's all kinds of, well, I would assume a vacuum tube things.
What I've done cannot be undone. I cannot stop what I have put in motion. But perhaps I can keep it from ever starting. He was my first hope. And now, he is my last.
See, so again, it's trying to tell the story that because of this one event, she never had, Elizabeth never had any other opportunity other than to do whatever she's doing now. And I had, because of the one event of not saving Elizabeth in that one instance, I had no more chances to do anything or save her or rescue her, even though I'm trying to do it right now. I guess this opens the security gate? That's what it says it does.
Should be able to head downstairs and get to Elizabeth now.
Alright, I have to admit, that one made me jump. That got me. So this redness around the lower right, I think might be an indicator of keeping my damage increased. So you can see how my gun is glowing very red. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. So 5 seconds later it goes away. So that has worked very well. Clearly I couldn't have escaped that one. That was intentionally there to cause this action to occur and cause that fight to happen. But I have to applaud the game. Up to this point, none of it's been spooky, none of it's been scary, but they got me with the jump scare. That being said, even with the jump scare, maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't. Like, I pretty soon after that point shot the guy in the face. So my reactions aren't terribly wrong. Did I miss that one, or did it refill? See, it sounds like we could hear things this way. But I don't want to go that way. So, I don't think it's just the fact that the carbine is really upgraded. I think it's also that I've got this new ability. And where the security door was, I have no idea. That's the weird thing, is we started here, I know that much, and then was this it?
Tomorrow the leash comes off, because all of this has to end. I destroy the siphon, will I be strong enough to see all the doors and open whichever I choose? And if I bring him here, who is to say that he would be any match for the monsters I have created?
So, yeah, we see all these crazy people that apparently somehow they got Elizabeth to create them, and maybe they became the splicers that destroyed Columbia, or not. And we've just gone full circle again, and not as bad level design as we've seen before. It was pretty circular. We're going to her loving embrace to Atrium. And they want me to go which way? Apparently they want me to push this button. So I guess we had already been in Atrium? Yeah, we had. Okay. And see, this is the problem of literally less than 15 hours since I last played this game, and I can't even remember. Yeah, this is the first room we were in. Like, this is the way that I think we're locked in. We took that whole side quest, and it seems like we may be hearing different things from different times. Entrance only by one's third floor approval. So it again is was a completely separate side quest section of the game, and that we went through.
Elizabeth, hold tight!
Now we're going to the operating theater.
What? It's a tear. What is it?
Why do you ask what?
When the delicious question is when.
Lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
Again, am I gonna get spooked? So instead of like really telling me a story, they've just said, well, it's time. And that's all it. Good news is there's not any more to this. There's Elizabeth. It's just now the game is gonna try to reveal something that we already found out.
The lunatics are running the asylum. They don't even listen to me anymore.
Can I shoot her?
All I can do is watch
Probably not.
as what I set into motion slides into its terminal stage. It took all I had left in me just to bring you here.
Elizabeth, I don't understand. I heard you screaming. I was coming to get you. Are we...
Here. Take my hand. The seed of the prophet shall sit the throne and drown in flame the mountains of man. Say what you will about Comstock. He was a hell of a fortune teller.
This is New York, by the way.
Wasn't the torture that broke me. Wasn't the indoctrination. It was time. Time rots everything, Booker. Even hope.
I was coming.
Songbird.
Notice her dross, by the
He
way.
always stops you.
Yes, but I would find a way.
No. It's too late for me. I brought you here for your sake. Yours and hers.
Now, is she wearing the cage necklace still? I can't tell.
is
I
this?
don't think so.
It's for her. She'll know how to read it.
What does it say?
It's advice.
Advice on what?
How not to become me.
So now I'm in a different time frame. And, oh, by the way, she was really old. I wanted to point out, here's another song that's probably a cover of something. I think actually that's just an old song, that one. Here's a dead bird in a cage. And the Word of the Prophet. Notice in that dress version of the Lady Comstock dress that she was wearing, it clearly covered up the cleavage. So clearly they didn't want to show you an old woman's cleavage, but they're perfectly fine showing you Elizabeth's cleavage. I don't even know how old she is, by the way. For all I know, she's 16, 17. It's hard to tell in video game time. Now these doors, I suspect, will still be locked. This storyline would have actually probably worked fine if it was the main reveal of the story, that you spent all of the game in a future and then were taken back.
Comstock! What are you doing to her? Let her be!
Ordinary.
What's the expression?
You're stabbing something in her back. Day late, $1 short. So the idea, I guess, of if they were going to stab something in her back,
Maybe if I shut down those machines from upstairs.
then that kind of explains the coat, the corset a little bit, but
She is not your daughter!
alright, so I need a new gun. So, were those 3 firemen right there that I just took out very easily? No, not exactly 3 firemen, but... Oh, possession only works on one thing at a time, apparently. Game didn't explain that to me. That seems kind of limiting. Just shooting him in the leg here is not killing him fast enough. And here's a hairpin lock, so we know we're gonna free Elizabeth before we get to this. Can't lockpick that right now. And so we're trying to turn off the machine, which has stairways. I guess we'll run back down through this direction. I'm out of salt. So are we in a cutscene or are we in a fight? See. about to die. Ah. But we're certainly having a weird way this is turning out as far as these fights are. It's like, yes, I almost die, but no, I really don't have any challenge there. It's perfectly possible you can make a game where you're almost always on the verge of dying and still not experience any real challenge or entertainment value in it, and that's kind of what's happening here. She's made now a tear that's a giant square of a tornado. When she really hasn't had the ability to do that up to this point.
Elizabeth, I'll be right there!
It seems a little weird to walk so far away from her to save her and then have to run back. I guess I have all the salt I need. Now I just need a little bit more health. Is there anything to collect or pick up here? Even if there were lockpicks, I still think we're at the maximum of 30. So she's here and they were siphoning the stuff out of her. Like, I get it now that they would want to get to her spine, but you know what? You could probably just tear the clothes or stab through the clothes. You didn't need to do this the whole time. And how do I free her? I have to be on the right side. Notice her hand has got a mark on it.
You ready?
Just do it.
Ooh, that did not look good at all.
Help me with this.
And really, you're gonna corset her
For
up?
you to have this.
What is it?
Just read it.
Like, this is so silly. Tie corset.
Your dream of New York happens. It's me. I'm the one.
Look how big his hands are
She's
compared to
given us
her.
a way to get past
too.
the song where we're gonna
We've
find
seen
an
this in a
airship and
couple
we'll
of
leave
cutscenes.
Paris, Elizabeth. Remember, you wanted to go
We're
to...
not leaving. We are going to find Comstock.
Why?
You saw what he turns me into. I will not allow that.
And so what, you're going to kill him?
This is where you start moralizing, Booker. You forget. I know you.
I'm not going to let you kill him.
Really? Booker? What are you going to do to stop me?
Not a damn thing. Because I'm gonna do it for you.
So, is the idea that in this room, because of this machine, she could open portals that are way bigger? So she puts the coat on again so we don't have to stare at her back. I, again, don't know why you would tie the corset really tight on her.
Comstock's zeppelin is outside.
I don't know why you'd wear it
Hand
at
of
all.
the prophet, he calls it.
When did you learn that?
I've been here for a while.
How long?
Long enough.
So,
Comstock got what he wanted from me. He is not going to have long to use it.
So they siphon some kind of energy out of her is the idea, I guess. And she's been here longer than it would seem. So even though I was late,
Think you can pick this?
I can do that.
it's not as late as what we've seen before. But
All
again,
done.
let's see. We've gone through a different port tear. So what are we on Columbia 5 now? I think we are, as far as I know. Like, because now the tears have flippantly changed from being about going to different dimensions into meaning that you go into different times, which probably means you're going into different dimensions also. We are, as best as I can count, unless I've missed something, we are on 5, the 5th version of Columbia. Maybe we went back to the 4th version.
Should help immensely with the issues we've had with the girl. Once the device is implanted, any effort on her part to alter the state of things will emit a most painful electric shock. Pavlov made a dog salivate. We'll make this one weep.
So that was their plan, and there's a doctor, he's like dead. He got sucked up by the tornado, and we didn't have to fight him. Now, remember that BioShock had, at the end, a pretty terrible boss fight. And I guess they're trying to avoid having a terrible boss fight at the end of the game, because they were criticized about that a little bit. But there was actual, very natural, realistic reasons why I should have fought some of these people that we've dealt with, instead of Elizabeth now having killed both Fitzroy and the Dr. Prescott, or Preston, whatever his name was. I suppose she technically killed Chin too. As far as Slate, I shot him, and I refused to shoot him the first time, and then shot him when he was in the prison. Any more enemies that we've even dealt with? No. Not really.
This doesn't make any sense. Everything here is a cipher that I understand except for this symbol. It's a cage. Did she say anything about this?
No.
And you know what? I think we might be approaching the end of the game. And I was trying to figure out how you end up in the last section of the game, and I guess this is just how it ham-fistedly happens. And here at the end of the game, we're finding drawers that we can search that we've never been able to search up to this point. Or I've never even seen drawers like that before. So I don't think I've ever seen a box like that you could search either. I honestly think entire sections of these were done by different teams that did not communicate well at all.
It's the hand of the prophet.
It sure would
flagship.
make a lot of
Find
sense.
a way on board.
Stay here. I'll handle this.
We're doing this together, or I'm doing it alone. Either way, I need to know the thing's been done.
Oh, DeWitt, you struggle against prophecy like a stone loosed from a slate.
Where is he?
How thrilling the launch, how breathtaking the apex, and how terrifying the descent as gravity drags you down into the inevitable.
See, I still don't get the demonic voice that's going on. And we haven't seen an upgrade in 2 levels. They squeezed all of those stations to upgrade things into, like, that one section. Okay, here's one.
Hey, look, a lockpick.
Where?
It's your home. If you don't protect it now, who will?
Lockpick. Hit this. I have 926. How many things can we do? Damage. And clip increase, I guess. And I can't afford anything else.
Onto this.
And see, we are way too close to the end of the game for any of this for me to even begin to think I'd be able to unlock everything. Even if I'm misinterpreting things. And there's a lot more game than I think, which I don't think there actually is. And I guess the idea here is I could switch to a burst gun that has slightly more bullets. And there's nothing else to upgrade, so no vigor station.
Can you unlock this?
Come on, give me something challenging. There you go.
The vast majority of these lockpick sections don't need to be here at all. They're here to be these visual indicators. And you know, if instead of just those kind of locks, if the doors just had a lock and it said press X to open the door or press X to unlock, and then it said you can't unlock when you're in combat, that would be fine. Where is they? Like, I don't even see it. What direction am I looking wrong? Okay, it's way up there. And you can see the Vox are still in this universe.
What's that sound?
Destroying everything.
Look! Take cover! They must be duds.
Those aren't duds. They're...
Look around you, Elizabeth. I built all of this for you. You are my air and my blood. And what has DeWitt ever done for you? To him, you are now what you always were. A means to an end.
So I'm shooting this George Washington.
Here you go.
Nice.
And I've got this cover. And see, it's kind of hard to hit through these guys. Yeah, I'm about to die. Try to find anything that I would like. Maybe switch to a shotgun. Or something that's a little bit stronger. And see, I couldn't even have teleported this rocket launcher into place because the cover here was blocking it over and over again. It sounds like we've got a fireman somewhere around here. Can't even search this.
Elizabeth.
There you go.
There we go. Let's pick up an RPG and then stick to the other one. It's been a while. So yeah, another one of these fights. So it's like, okay, yeah, exhausted sigh. Would I have found this more interesting if it was more challenging? Possibly.
Give me a second. Here!
Much obliged!
But so this is the idea of how they're going to send down the electronic George Washingtons to, I assume, invade the surface land. And again, this is another story that would have been more interesting if we saw what happened after this point. If they had succeeded in taking over the entire United States, and you saw a larger established area under Comstock's rule. But that's only more interesting in the sense that there would be more fights, more people, more land, more different areas, instead of this city in the sky that really makes no sense. This is almost the Castle in the Sky poem from Les Miserables. And see, this mosquito still is helping me every now and then. Mostly I'm just wandering around.
Booker, look. It's a shuttle that can take us to the hand of the Prophet.
Where are you? You're like speaking in my brain with the audio. I've had that happen several times. I love the reload speed on that gun. And that's kind of slow. That's without the 30% reload. Now I have like 300 silver dollars, so I guess I could go back to the area before and try and upgrade things, but like in all reality, they want you to play in New Game Plus or 1999 mode, one or the other. Let's go ahead and load this.
This ship is set to return to the hand of the Prophet. I am awaiting your order to proceed.
And see, I guess I could have hooked up here and tried to take on some more people. We can look down here and see the city of Columbia is burning. We can look and see how long we've been playing. And pull the lever. Don't even talk to the robot.
Right you are. We depart to the hand of the Prophet.
So it actually makes more sense to do this and just take the trip. But you know, I might miss out on a conversation with her. Is she still wearing the cage?
It's possible to redeem the kind of things that we've done.
You really haven't done that
I don't
much.
see much use in that.
Booker, are you afraid of God?
No. But I'm afraid of you.
Again, trailer bait sentence there. Where'd she go?
Over there! It's Comstock's men. They're coming out to meet us.
I don't see him.
Still looking.
That was not the best way to do that. Now, should I stay on this ship or should I jump back over to her? I assume I should jump back to her. So now we've got this air battle.
Another gunship on the left.
Like,
Ammo, take it.
can't take it.
Booker, look. It's the box. They're coming to attack the flagship.
I need to switch to a different gun. So now the Vox are coming to attack too. Isn't that good news? I don't know, really.
Look out! More of them! Catch, Booker!
Got it.
Interesting. It changed the weapon into the hand cannon again. And like, I am not getting this hook attack.
Sorry, that's all I know.
I'm just not getting this hook attack. And I'd love to keep the hand cannon, but I don't have the bullets for it. Let's get the salt. Try to pick up everything. Switch back over here. There's a shotgun over here. And there's just a guy over here. Wow. So if I can only control a couple of these.
There he is. We need to land below and fight our way up to him.
Or we can just fly this thing to Paris.
Just drop me off if you want to. This isn't your problem, Booker.
I won't abandon you.
You wouldn't, would you? Look! There's skylines all over the surface of the flagship. They're covered with those motorized Patriot pods.
Well, that must be where they're deployed from. I wouldn't go near those lines while those pods are in place.
Comstock is at the top of the ship. Let's head up.
So now we gotta fight our way to the top of.
There's something about him that you just can't
Go
put
ahead.
your finger on. Soon you'll understand the man I am and the man he isn't.
Do it.
Done!
So like, these guys aren't that stronger. Particularly with this new ability. It seems so crazy that we would get this one ability amongst all those other things we've gotten that have proven to not be really useful at all. And Yeah. I guess it just kind of screams that the game is unbalanced. When all is said and done. Can't climb up here.
Look, a hatch leading to the next step. The damn thing's bolted from the other side.
There must be another way up.
And let's see. Spread boost on a gun. Still need a lot of money. Let's see. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the outside back there, and I'm not really having to deal with it, any of it. Like, this guy just walked right into it. Got a little bit of health and food, which hasn't really played a part in the game. We have a map here, deck 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here's the gallery. Is there... Are we gonna find anything in here? The thing I would expect to find is maybe some vast amounts of bullets to make up for the bullets I'm supposed to be spending right now. Or perhaps a large collection of money in the idea that Comstock was hoarding more money than what was just at his bank. I'm trying really hard to hypnotize one of these guys and neither one of them are working. Forget it. We'll just deal with this. Here we have military bunks. The Lamb. Prepare the coming of the Lord. The Lamb shall fulfill my destiny. So he's already got the military ready to go. Could change, I suppose, from the shotgun. But don't really want to. There's giant bullets. And we can't afford any of those. So you're almost certainly going to have to. Here it says specifically I'm full on lockpicks at 30. That's the maximum. Like. So yeah, you're gonna have to play the game at least twice through to unlock everything, if it even allows for that. I think it allows for that, but I'm not certain. Like, and you have to be right in the right place, don't you? I'm out of salts.
That'll do.
Let's see, as soon as I'm out of salts, I just switch it back around. Milksop. I don't know if that's a real insult or just something they made up.
Booker, the skylines lead up to the next deck. If we clear the line of those pods, we could use them to gain access to the upper decks.
So in other words, if I drop all of these on New York or wherever they happen to be, I can do that. Like, you think New York can survive 4 of these? Probably, but There's gonna be some heavy casualties, but maybe we're over the ocean. Maybe they'll just land in the ocean and die forever.
This should clear up.
Again.
I have seen the seeds of fire that will prepare the Sodom below for the coming of the Lord. But it will not be I who carries that banner unveiled. That job falls to you, Elizabeth.
So we don't know if that's landing in Columbia or in New York or somewhere else. And how are we on bullets? I think I'm better off with this gun. And now we can just skyhook onto this, which we haven't done in a while. Kind of
Follow me.
On one
oddly.
side of our land stands the false shepherd, and the other, the remnants of the heretical Vox Populus. Which one of you men will not gladly go to his reward to see her safely to her destiny?
So this is a circle,
Rejoice!
and I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere I want, really, and land anywhere I want for the second path. But trying to get an aerial kill is probably not worth the effort, so in combat can't lockpick. So until we've killed everybody on this area, probably we can't get in there, and that's where we needed to go. Nothing for that door. Nothing over here. Boy, does it feel like there's way too few people. Like significantly, ridiculously low amount of people, on this platform. Okay, so this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna drop more.
There's the launch panel.
Let's get those pods off the lines.
So no, we don't have any reason to do any of that first. Let's
Locked.
Keep a lookout.
we need to run around this side and just make sure there's not anything incredibly crazy in here. We are kind of short on the Lutrice upgrades, though. Apparently this is where these things get built. Large amount of money sitting there. All these different masks. A little bit of alcohol. If I want to get drunk. The whole alcohol system is so silly. It didn't make any sense previously. It doesn't make any sense here, other than the idea that to stop the player from hitting X to pick everything up, which is kind of a bad gameplay mechanic.
Our contraption shows us the girl is the flame that shall ignite the world. My brother says we must undo what we have done. But time is more an ocean than a river. Why try to bring in a tide that will only again go out?
So they kind of knew what was going on too. Door must remain closed at all times. Let's see, I push that button and that opens that side.
Can you unlock this?
That won't take but a minute. Done.
Sounds like there might be another upgrade station somewhere around here. Another piece of equipment. What is it? Increase the size of the clip of all weapons by 50%. Enemies provide ammo upon death. I will equip that piece of weapon. That piece of equipment. Makes sense. Instead of 40% of the time getting more ammo, 100% of the time just having more capacity. This looks like a place where you might have been hovering. I could have sworn I heard a sales machine though. I guess not. And see, this goes this way, which goes this way, and so the second tier is what we want to search. We haven't fully investigated this whole section. It's a slightly weird layout, doing multi-leveled, multi-tiered construction.
The upper deck access is blocked. The only way up is the skyline.
That's a surprise.
See, even the game thinks I'm lost. It would have been nice if there was a safe, like, somewhere around here. Can't get any of those.
I found some money.
Don't really want to buy any of those.
Catch.
You know, it might be interesting if they made a game one day where it either a character or the game itself just told you how much stuff you left on the floor, and the more things you leave on the floor, the better off maybe your next run through of the game would be. There'd have to be a complicated system invented there to make it worth it.
Up in the Prophet's cabin.
One more lockpick. And again, we're bombing somebody.
Something's wrong.
Why are they dropping so slowly?
I don't know.
That's 1/4 of the pods ejected.
That's all?
So these guys are fighting. And they're jumping aboard.
You need salts. Okay, catch.
Got it.
So we're supposed to be having a sequence here. I assume that's what's supposed to be happening is we're going through a sequence in which it's supposed to be really dangerous and all of that, but
Can't find anything. 3/4.
He sure is taking his time.
Catch.
but sure does seem like pretty quiet here. Maybe if I had to protect Elizabeth in this fight, there might be some scariness in this setup. Now can I hit this thing?
I may be the one who strikes you down, DeWitt, but you've always had a knack for self-destruction. Who's to say you won't beat me to the punch?
Patriot, watch out!
That'll do.
So I'm looking here, trying to see if there's anybody to hit or to land as we're going around this circular path. I don't even know if I'm on the right track right now. I might be on the first one. Come on. Nope. Give me a place to land.
The revolution is at hand.
About to die.
Perfect
She
timing.
throws me health. And see that that guy just slightly moved out of the way. There we go. And now she's running all around. And it's kind of pointless to pick up everything that may have been dropped by every single character. Just get a couple of things of salt. Maybe switch to shotgun. Shotgun does a little bit more damage. That's quite set up.
Now.
On it.
Bring that about just in case. And so this one was clear. And this is the one that will take us up to the third section, in which we'll do more fighting. Instead of doing a boss fight, apparently we're doing just some wave-based fights, which would be really cool. Except for they're not that good, and frankly, it's too little, too late by far. Anyways, we've been going for an hour, so as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.